I've known very few people who are fond of cockroaches, and even fewer who like them to the extent that I do. The main reason people hate cockroaches is due to these insects being associated with filth and infestation. What most people don't realize is that, out of thousands of cockroach species in the world, only a couple dozen or so can become household pests. And most of those can only infest if the home is in abject squalor. The main reason people fear cockroaches is because they often run towards people when spotted. The simplified psychological explanation for this is that we're naturally afraid of anything moving rapidly in our direction. However, a cockroach's advance is also fear-induced on their part. They do not like to be caught out in the open. When exposed, cockroaches will seek the nearest source of shelter. Oftentimes, that would be perceived as under or next to a person's foot. They want to get beneath or beside something as quickly as possible to lessen the chance of predation. But in their panic state, the insects fail to realize that you are the potential threat. Not all cockroaches inside houses are an indication of infestation. In Florida, for instance, it's a regular occurrence to have a cockroach wander in from outside every now and then, most often via an improperly secured bathroom vent or pet door. This is not a sign of infestation, and is no justification for pesticide application. Identification of cockroaches is a useful skill to have. Several species have relatives that are extremely similar in appearance, but entirely different in habit. For instance, the German and Asian cockroaches are almost visually identical, but only the German cockroach is a pest, whilst the Asian cockroach can only survive outdoors. The best ways to discern these two is by their behavior and by the length of the wings. German cockroaches are weak flyers and they prefer to run. They are repelled by light and they have wings that reach to the very tip of their abdomen. Asian cockroaches are very strong flyers, are attracted to light, and they have wings that extend well beyond the tip of their abdomen. Native cockroaches, and even most non-native species, are often well integrated into the ecosystem and of no concern for humans. They serve as decomposers and prey to numerous different animals. Here's an example of a native species, that being Florida woods roaches, that I found in a scrubland plant community, which I was quite ecstatic to discover. As I said before, most pest cockroaches cannot infest homes that are at least moderately clean and well maintained. The only notable exception to this, at least in North America, would be the notorious German cockroach, which is quite adept at taking hold and living off bare minimum sustenance. They can literally survive off of wall plaster and dust. Much like bed bugs, they have to come from somewhere that already has an active infestation. Usually this happens when they hitch a ride on luggage, packages, secondhand goods, etc. To summarize, don't be afraid of cockroaches. Their presence is not indicative of an infestation, and they're not coming after you. By learning to identify and discern genuine invaders from accidental trespassers, you can save time, money, and effort on pest control measures. At the very least.